Morning, readers. We have been working really hard on making sure that we're not just reading, but we're being active readers. And so we have been practicing being an active reader by having something to focus on, something to examine while we're reading. So far we've looked at being an active reader who examines character actions, what characters say, conflicts. But today we are going to be active readers that examine how characters react. So I am going to show you a video, just a little clip of a video. And in this clip, we're going to pay attention to a little sister named Renee. And we're going to pay attention to her reaction to getting an award. So pay attention to her reactions and think to yourself, am I seeing any patterns in the way that she's reacting? Here we go. Okay, we're going to pause it right there. Were you paying attention to the reactions that she was having, the reaction she was having to getting that You Tried award? I was paying attention and I was noticing that when she was reacting, she was stomping to her desk. She threw that You Tried award into her desk drawer. She slammed the drawer closed. She writes real big and real quick in her journal, and she slams that book closed. I noticed all of those ways that she was reacting to getting that reward or award. And so I want to start thinking about, well, what patterns, if we could call that bucket, if we could put some of those into a bucket, what would we call that? I was thinking that a lot of that was showing anger. That was a pretty angry reaction that she was having to getting an award, right? So now I need to ask myself, so what do these patterns show? What does this show about Renee? Well, I think that she's having this angry reaction. Maybe it's showing that, she's not happy with getting the award, but maybe it's not really about the award. Maybe it's about how jealous she is of her sister, and that's what's making her so angry. Because when I see all those You Tried awards in her drawer, it made me think she's the kind of kid who's really persistent. She really keeps trying. She keeps going. She doesn't give up. And those are really good qualities to have in a person. But instead her reaction is not wow, I keep trying. I keep working so hard. It was really focusing on her sister and comparing herself to her sister, and that made her feel very jealous and look very jealous and act very jealous. And it really wasn't about her anymore. So when I go to write in my notebook, I might have a sticky note. I might have the sticky note that has anger because I was paying attention to Renee's reactions while I was reading. In this case, we were viewing, right? And so I might write a little bit about that, about what I noticed about this angry reaction that she had, and show my thinking. So here we go. Here's what I wrote. I noticed that Renee had a bad day today when she earned a You Tried award. Her reaction in the beginning was very angry when she stomped across the room, slammed the drawer, wrote big negative words in her journal, and slammed it shut. This shows that Renee is not happy. I'm over here with my thinking. This shows that Renee is not happy with the award and her reaction to being angry with her sister. I bet she's not really angry with Sunny, but jealous of her. Because instead of focusing on how she always tries and never gives up, she instead compares herself to Sunny and feels inadequate as a result. Okay. Now, something that I've noticed in some of the writing that I've been seeing, I've noticed that some people are going straight to, noticing the pattern. So in this case, I notice a pattern of anger and then going straight to this shows. But you want to make sure that not only are you sharing what you noticed, in this case it was the reactions, but you're also sharing what evidence is showing that pattern that you noticed, that, like in this case it was anger. What were those pieces of evidence in her reactions that we saw? And so I have it here in red. When she stomped across the room, slammed the drawer, wrote big negative words, slammed it shut. We want to make sure, readers, that we are including that evidence that is showing the patterns that we are seeing. So I want to make sure that when you do your quick writes today, that you're also making sure that you include, doesn't have to be all of the evidence, but some of the evidence that is showing the pattern that you are seeing. Okay, so you're going to go off and you are going to read today, and I want you to choose one of these ways to examine while you're reading. You might choose to do the kind of work that you saw me do today and paying attention to how the character reacts. But you might also want to continue to revisit some of the other ones that we have looked at in the past. Okay, off you go.